What's really good?
My name's Ryan.
I'm Victor. So on today's Music Odyssey, we're covering the frequently asked questions, stuff we see in the comments all the time, to help save us time on repeating ourselves over and over again on the intros and stuff like that.
Jesus Christ. I want to get this one knocked out of the way. We just got to check this off the list right now. The reason why we do not want to pause the videos is because why? There aren't that very many people out in the world that may have heard the song. Just because you heard the song and you know the majority in your world that have heard the song doesn't mean there's a majority in somebody else's world that hasn't heard the song. So we don't pause the videos for the simple reason of why we describe it in the videos. We just don't do it. We don't pause the videos. We like to listen to the song. For the viewers that haven't heard the song yet, may be interested in rock and roll or hip hop, may like rock and roll or hip hop, may have newly found a love for rock and roll or hip hop, and just want to hear the video for the video itself, or want to hear the song for the song itself.
Well, I mean, think about it. When you're listening to a track, do you pause it halfway through?
Fuck no.
Or a quarter way? You pause it 6 times when you listen to it? You can't listen to the track. And there's a lot of reasons why other reaction channels do that, but we are 100% about the music here.
Right.
Other reaction channels do it because a lot of them like to watch, and this goes into another frequently asked question here, which is why don't you watch the official music videos? And that's also why. If you watch the official music videos straight through, a lot of times they get blocked. They don't just get copyright claim, they actually get blocked. And so we do a lyric video because those are done by third parties. So if they're able to play the song and put lyrics over it, we already know that you can play that track without it getting blocked on YouTube. It still gets the copyright claim, which means we don't get paid for it. The artist does, which is fine. It makes sense. Not our music.
Right.
But anyway, that's why we don't do the music videos, and because we don't like to pause. And we don't like to pause because, as I was saying, we're all 100% about the music on this channel. And you can't appreciate a piece of art if you're looking at corners or pieces of it at a time. You got to look at the whole thing.
Right.
And you got to, and especially music is a flow. You know, so just chopping it
so.
up like that.
It's
I mean,
so.
and listen to it for the first fucking time. Why would you want to hear it like that?
Right. Yeah.
So
no, I'd be pissed off. Honestly,
I hate listening.
I don't want to pick my favorite artist and just be like, oh, I'm gonna listen to this, and somebody just ran it. This motherfucker. If I was to say, hey, we about to have a Ursher listening party, and this motherfucker just paused right in front of the song 2, 5, 10, 15 fucking seconds in, I'd be like, nigga, put that shit back on or we gonna fight.
Right?
I don't give a fuck if I can't beat your big ass. I'll come at you with a motherfucking brick. Shit.
So anyway, so that's why we don't pause videos out of respect for the music, so you can really listen to it as it was intended.
Right.
And also, that's why we don't watch music videos very often, unless it's a really strong request or we have a specific reason otherwise. Because if you don't pause those bitches, that's why those other channels do that, or a big reason why. Because you pause it and it kind of helps chop it up to where it doesn't tend to get blocked. It just gets the copyright. Next one on the list, how do we pick the tracks we're going to do? And this has changed recently in a video that we've just done. You can check that out. I'm not sure which of these videos will get posted. You might be able to tell by the shirts if you pay attention to details. Did it on the same fucking night. But usually you post your requests. I add it to the list just in order. And then I go down the list for the next week when I'm putting the list together for what we're going to do. And I look at 2 things. Well, 2 or 3 things. One, the overall popularity of the track. So if right now, obviously, our channel, as we're recording this, about 1,500 subscribers, pretty small. So doing obscure tracks, 1, doesn't help the channel much, and 2, doesn't help the artist much. If they're an obscure artist, we're not hardly going to draw any real attention to them. So there's no point either way other than to satisfy the 1 or 2 subscribers that might have requested it. While we appreciate it, we'll definitely get to them. We want to wait until we have a larger audience to help expose these underground tracks to.
We're looking to connect with people that connect with the music that we like.
But
and aside from connecting from the people that like the music that we like, we're also looking to connect to the people that are of interest of the music in which we like. So if you like the music that we like, which we like a lot of music that you guys suggest, whenever we start bringing out new artists that are maybe not at the top of the totem pole, you guys will take interest.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then, but yeah, so, picking obviously bigger name artists more people have heard of also draws in more of an audience. So that's one of the big things that I look at. The other thing is obviously whether or not, how many requests we have, or so if a bunch of people request the same artist, bumps it up faster. And so that's the second reason why, or second way that we pick, so overall popularity, number of requests. And then thirdly, obviously kind of important, whether or not I think, or we think, the other person will like it. So if I don't think this dude's going to like this track, I'm probably not putting it to the front of the line.
Right.
So that's another way that I kind of vet these tracks. And of course, we'll do some of these that I may be iffy about whether or not he's going to like it. But again, it's going to be lower on the priority. You have something to say about that?
I'm just going to be blunt with you. You got shitty music, you got great music. I don't want to hear the shitty. Some of y'all got shitty taste. Some of you guys the majority of you guys have amazing taste. And it's thankful. It's appreciated. Every so once in a while, shitty might snag its way into our music videos, our videos that we're doing right now, our reaction videos. Every once in a while, shitty music might enter into our reaction videos. And that's okay, because some of the things that we think are shitty, you might think are shitty. So, to each its own on that. You don't always get what you want.
Right. And then finally, and this is a relatively recent change, as I was alluding to earlier in this video, your requests are now only going to be put on the list. We have a huge list. Technically, we could do one video daily with the requests we have right now, and we're already full for the year. Like right where we're at right now, March 25th, 2019. Technically, we cannot take a single request and have a track 7 days a week, and still have some left over for next year. So point being, the only way we're adding your track to the list now is if you add something to the discussion that we had within the video. So if all you do is just drop a request, the artist, and then the track name, and that's it, guess what? Not on the list.
We ain't hating.
Yeah,
Wanting us to interact. We reaching out because we want some interaction.
Yeah. So you need to put something that lets us know that, hey, you actually watched the video, listen to the discussion, have something to say about it, or depending on how you do it, say something about why you want us to react to that track. So ideally, if you're watching a track and it makes you think of a request, it should relate to the track we listened to. So, hey, you should check this out because you like this and this and this track. So
this is the reason why.
Yeah. So you should listen to this track. You'll like it. If you don't do that, all you put is hey, please do this. We appreciate you if you watch the video. Again, we don't know if you watch the video because you might have just dropped that comment just to see if we'll do it. But we appreciate you, but that's not going to get your request on the list. Just because we need to find a way to narrow it down. We're not charging for it. We could try and set up a Patreon and only do Patreon requests or some shit like that. We're not doing that. Keeping it for free. So that's what you got to do to get your requests heard.
And then I think the last one. Is it the last one? This is the last one we talking about. So the last one we got is you talk too much.
It's not a question as much as some statements or a frequent. We don't get, honestly, the community here is pretty good. We don't get too much hate, which is great, especially for a young channel that definitely has its issues with audio and video and shit. But that's definitely one of the more common complaints and hate we get. And guess what? that is the format of this channel. I mean, on our more recent videos, I've added, your music discovery and discussion channel, because that is what this is about.
Hey, at the end of the fucking day, you the dumbass for fucking tuning in. You the dumbass for fucking watching the full 15, 20, 30 fucking minutes of the however long we chose to have a fucking conversation.
Thing is, you don't know if they did it. You just maybe clicked on the video because they saw how long it was and decided to put that comment without watching any of it.
You the dumbass motherfucker that wasted time out of your life just to comment on a video that you didn't want to watch in the first place because it just so happened to be 20 minutes long. Sorry, it's 20 minutes long, motherfucker, and you put in recognition that it was 20 minutes long. Nigga, don't say shit. Keep fucking moving. Walk the fuck on by.
Just keep scrolling. But anyway, I put this in the intro now. It's like your music discovery and discussion channel. If that doesn't tell you what we're about, I mean, you're not listening. And I've seen that on some of the comments in the,
And if you haven't tuned in all the way up until this point and haven't listened to what we say during every video that we're honestly tired of saying, and this is a discussion channel. If you don't want it, just fucking move the fuck on. Then you're not listening.
Yeah. There's it's hilarious, the comments. The Metallica one was my favorite. Right. There were so many comments talking about how you didn't get the point and talking about, different things that we discussed later in the fucking video. It's like they clearly watched maybe 5 minutes after the music ended and then wrote their comment.
Right.
It's like, hey, you dumb motherfucker. There's like 15, 20 minutes more discussion. If you don't want to watch it, that's cool. But you're going to assume we didn't cover what you put in them comments?
So, don't judge me on my thoughts if it's my first time hearing it. And if you are,
I know, I love
you.
it. It's like, and maybe some of you guys do. I mean, we're not going to get too deep in this.
Bro.
This could be a whole video by itself.
You're right.
This is supposed to be an FAQ thing, just short to the point. But it's like, some of you guys act like on some of these Tool or Metallica videos, like you understood every single element of what they were trying to say in your first listen.
You're full of shit, because guess what?
Don't give me that shit. You've lived with this music and you understand it. Congratulations. Good for you. But don't act like you understood every single element on your first fucking listen. This isn't a bullshit channel. Like, when we're listening to these things, it's the first fucking time.
And you understood it to how it applied to your fucking life. That might not apply to mine.
Right? Like, again, we'll go back to Metallica because I saw this a lot. He didn't pick it up that it was about drugs first time around. And there were a couple, clues, but guess what?
I don't do drugs like that.
Neither of us are drug dudes. The only drugs we do is this.
And a little bit of this.
That's it.
And
That's
ain't
got nothing
talking
to do
about
with
the meth.
cutting glass on a mirror. It's like that just doesn't inherently register to us right off the bat.
I don't know if it had some shooting of the needles, but I don't partake in that either.
So it's not where our mindset is. So anyway.
So sorry that you guys that have that mindset choose to do it. I ain't judging. I respect, but don't shit on my Wheaties, motherfucker, because I will come back and shit on yours.
But it's just really funny. Yeah, some of you guys want to act like you understand every single element of these tracks. Did you understand it the first time you listened to it, or is it you've listened to it 10,000 times and you're getting on him or me because we didn't pick it up our first listen? We don't do research beforehand. When we listen to these tracks and it's one of us are reacting, it's raw. It's the first time either of us have heard it. So, and hey, sometimes we do miss serious clues, but guess what? We're trying to listen to the entire track. Like, we're focusing on the music, how it's, the instrumentation.
You don't buy an album and listen. You don't buy an album, listen to it once, and go, "Wow, I understood the whole fucking thing. That was amazing."
Unless it's a little fucking Yachty album or some shit like that. But anything with any level of depth, you're not gonna pick up everything. I mean, if it's good music, it should take you multiple listens to catch everything.
Shit, if it's a good movie, it should take you multiple times of watching.
If it's great music, you should almost always pick up something new every time you listen. Like, you should almost never stop hearing new things.
We search for new out of the lies that we're told every day by the bullshit motherfuckers that run us on the TV.
But anyway, and that's a little bit off topic. The point being, it's a music discovery. So again, we say that because we hope people will metal people come and a lot of times like to watch my brother's reaction to the music they've listened to.
Thank you guys. I love you guys so much. You guys fucking rock.
What we hope and we do see, which we love you guys for, like I feel like we've got a great community on this channel. Because again, we check out other channels and we see what's going on, and 90% of the time, all these guys get are just fucking song requests. There's no discussion. We're hoping that you'll go over to the hip hop side if you're a metalhead and discover new music with me, and vice versa. That's really the goal of the channel. It's, the crossing genres. That's what we call the playlists that we add these things to. So yeah, again, we strongly encourage you, if you're the metalhead, with me, watch the videos I'm reacting to, because again, generally speaking, he's picking out tracks he thinks I'm going to like, and hopefully that means you'll like them too. So it's, the idea, again, music discovery. Discover new music in a new genre you're not, you don't typically listen to. And again, we see you guys in the comments who say that. It's like, hey, I'm a metalhead, but this was fucking dope.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're
That's
about.
what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying. It's exactly what
and
we're
then the other
about.
half of that, fucking discussion. No shit.
How did it make you feel? What was you thinking when you heard the song? Was it competitive? Was it anger? Was it sorrow? Was it guilt? Was it intuition? Music is art. Music is meant to hit the soul in so many different ways.
And so
you could be listening to a song that talks about fucking somebody up, and to somebody else it was, oh, this was healing to my soul. It taught me how to live life. I don't know how, but it just did. I need to be a harder individual. Yeah, you might want to be a harder individual, but really it was talking about kicking somebody's ass. Well, that's why it made me feel like a harder individual. I mean, shit.
But yeah, so it, music is art. So, and kind of going back to our earlier point about wanting to respect the music, that's what the discussion is about. So we like to give our initial reaction, correct or incorrect, just what did we get from it? Then really talk about, the music, if, we're listening to rock or something that actually has instruments. And then the lyrics, what did they mean to us? And then hopefully one of us knows what the actual lyrics mean, and we can break it down, the differences and the interpretations and whatnot. But again, music discovery and discussion channel. If that's not what you're into, we used to say this on every video. That's why we're doing this FAQ video, so we don't say it every video and bore fucking people with the same intro over and over again, including us. There are 10,000 other channels that just sit there, listen to a track, be like, oh, that was fucking awesome. Love these guys. Give me some more. Done. Go check those channels out. There's 10,000 of them. But anyway, so that's what we want to do this video for. Get these FAQs out of the way for those of you new to the channel or been with the channel, been wondering why we do things the way we do. But this way, like I'll just say, check out the FAQ video. Have all these answers for you, and I'll have type codes to win the answer starts to each of these questions in the description for this. And then this way we don't have to keep repeating ourselves at the start of every fucking video. That being said, I think we're fucking wrapping this bitch up, yeah?
My name's Ryan.
I'm Victor.
Why don't you pause the videos? God damn it.
Be on your toes, bitch.
So in this video reaction, we are reacting to questions. Frequently asked questions.
Yeah, so we're not reacting, actually.
We're not reacting. We're just going to answer. Sorry.
So for today, our music... All right. All right.